The road to the 2020 Kentucky Oaks got real on Saturday afternoon. It was Oaklawn Park and Gulfstream Park. Let's recap the phenomenal performance by Taraz. She was bet down to 1-9 and it was all over a quarter of a mile out of the gate as Taraz, the big, robust filly. She is an Amazon type gal. She's got long legs and she just towers over her opponents, especially in that 4-horse field at Oaklawn Park. She was 1-9 on the board and it made it look like value as she crossed the wire, an easy 4-length victor. Now the big question for Taraz, will she go to the Rebel Stakes or possibly the Arkansas Derby later on this spring? She has been Triple Crown nominated. We'll see what Juddmonte Farms wants to do. But Taraz, now 3 for 3. She won her first 2 races by a combined 18 lengths and another 4-length victory, rolling up the score at Oaklawn Park. Meanwhile, at Gulfstream Park, it was another filly remaining undefeated, Tonalist Shape. She got off the schneid in 2020, picked up a win off the layoff, and kind of a nice effort. Came a little bit slow out of the gate, was sitting in 4th place early on a 3-wide trip, made a move going into the turn, and in the end ended up making it look rather easily at Gulfstream Park for Tonalist Shape. She's now 4 for 4, and the pedigree says she can go a little bit longer. Let's take a look at these 2 pedigrees. First off, both different styles and shapes of fillies. Taraz is huge, just bigger rear end, built like those Into Mischiefs, and long, wide neck, whereas Tonalist Shape is more of a smaller, dainty filly. But both have a distance pedigree. Taraz is 3 straight generations of Juddmonte Farms. Got Empire Maker, Silk Route, that's the mare on that one. Meanwhile, the mare on Tonalist Shape was trained by Kenny McPeek, one of those yearling purchases for Kenny McPeek that turned into a bargain. He bought her for $75,000 and made $175,000. Ran at Prairie Meadows and won the Panther Stakes and then ran in the Iowa Oaks. So definitely Tonalist Shape with the ability to at least get a mile and a 16th. We'll see about that extra 16th of a mile of the Oaks distance. But Tonalist, you know, I'm expecting big things for him. He was one of my favorites, a really underrated horse. Won the Belmont, won the Jockey Club Gold Cup, ran competitively in the Met Mile, took the Cigar Mile, and Tonalist, definitely his first crop of fillies, and Colts hitting the track. So that's where the Oaks is at. Where Taraz take on the boys next, we'll see. Meanwhile, Tonalist Shape has got options. She picks up 10 points with that victory in the Forward Gale. Nothing else really to note. The Oaklawn fillies were just overmatched in that race. Meanwhile, on the Gulfstream Park, kind of a hidden gem performance by Nikki and Papa. She broke slow out of the gate and spotted the field 4 to 5 lengths and then ended up running 3rd. Now, some of the horses just didn't show up down the lane, compensate, retreated quickly coming down the stretch. But it'll be interesting to see where we go next. Of course, next week we've got the Suncoast Stakes at Tampa Bay. Then in 2 weeks, we go to the Rachel Alexandra. See if Finite can make it 5 in a row in the fillies division. She'll be getting a rematch with Tempers Rising and a few other nice fillies at the fairgrounds. So Taraz coming into today was 35 to 1 to win the Kentucky Derby and 9 to 1 to win the Kentucky Oaks. The hype machine's only going to build from here. The Juddmonte filly impressive in her seasonal debut at Oaklawn Park in 2020. Remember, hit subscribe and also smash the like button. We've got previews of the Withers and the Remsen, actually the Robert B. Lewis Stakes, and then we're going to recap them all as well. The Withers Stakes already up as we speak. So interesting day of racing. Taraz and Tonalist Shape, the 2 big winners on the road to the Kentucky Oaks.